This is Sheshatham from Astrogat Mysore. Today let us go through the second step of matching, that is the second Kuta, which is known as the Gana Koota. So we are going on the ongoing series of this marriage matching series of classes. This is the second class. That is after the introduction for the importance of marriage matching, this is the second class. So the most important class with regard to understanding the nature, behavior and the character of a person. So these are the three important points, that is the nature, behavior and character. We all know that this is very important to understand how the husband and wife are going to be together. So before that, going into those intrigue details, let us understand the nakshatras, the 27 nakshatras and their classification under Devagana, Manushya-gana and Rakshasa-gana. I will tell you what is the Devagana, Manushya-gana and Rakshasa-gana in detail now. So first let us understand this. So Devagana, Ashwini, Mrigashira, Punarvasu, Pushya, Hasta, Swati, Anuradha, Shravana, Revati. Manushya-gana, Bharani, Rohini, Ardra, Purva Phalguni, Uttara Phalguni, Purva Ashada, Uttara Ashada, Purva Bhadrapada, Uttara Bhadrapada. So these are the 9 stars, constellations. In Rakshasa, the classification is Kritika, Ashlesha, Makha, Chitta, Vishakha, Jyeshtha, Moola, Dhanishta, Shatavisha. So these are the 27 stars and how they are classified under Deva, Manushya and Rakshasa. There are a lot of scientific understanding as to how they are classified and why they are classified. We will come to that later when we are doing stellar astrology. So now, let us go into the table as to how much points, a Rakshasa boy, a Deva boy, when they get married to a Manushya girl or a Rakshasa girl, how that happens. Here Rakshasa doesn't mean demon. Please do not unnecessarily get associated to the other meanings of the word. So let us make this boy, girl. Okay? Deva boy, Manushya boy, Rakshasa. Deva girl, Manushya girl, Rakshasa. Deva boy and Deva girl, when they marry, you will get 6 points. So this Kuta gets 6 points as the maximum. So that is when both Ganas are same. So Deva and Manushya marry, they get 4 points. Deva and Rakshasa marries, they will get nothing. Manushya and Deva marries, they will get 4 points. Manushya and Manushya marries, they will get 6. Manushya and Rakshasa marries, they will get 2. Yes, right. So when Rakshasa and Deva marries, they will get 0. Rakshasa and Manushya marries, they will get 2. And Rakshasa marries, they will get 6. This is one way of practice. Not everybody practices like this. There is a very simple way of practicing. There is another table where people practice without any lenience. So this is a lenience here. That is a Manushya Gana marrying a Rakshasa Gana girl, a Manushya Gana boy marrying a Rakshasa Gana girl will get 2 points, which are to be added to those 36 points, which actually is the total. But there is one method which is a strict method. The strict method is very simple. Nothing else gets points. This is method 2. So method 1 there was lenience. The lenience is that here you would get 4, here you would get 2, and here you would get 4, and then here you would get 2. Yeah. Rakshasa, Manushya, Manushya, Rakshasa, Manushya and Deva and Manushya. Yeah. So you would get this particular thing, that is 640, 462 and 0, 2 and 6. So this was first method. The second method is no lenience, you don't get anything. So both of the methods are practiced. So that is why there is a little bit of confusion when the girls' side go and get it matched. So the person might have given more points, like 4 points. 0 suddenly becomes 4 extra. So that means if the boys' side would be telling that they have got 19, the girls will be telling that they have got 23. So this is because of practicing two methodologies. So that also should be understood. When people get the marriage matching done, they should be clearly asking the report of the Gana Koota matching as to how much actually we got in each Kuta. So let us go through the details of what is a Deva Gana, what is a Manushya Gana, what is a Rakshasa Gana. These are actually basic characteristics of the person. So Deva person, the person who is a Devagana person, would actually learn. He would listen, learn. He is open to learn. Manushya Gana, tactical he is. He will learn only if he understands that it is helpful for him. That is, he is cognitive. He is not open. He is not fully open that whatever you teach me, I will learn. So Manushya Gana is like if on requirement basis. So if it is required, then he will learn. Very important points these are. Next is Rakshasa Gana. Rakshasa Gana is like who is teaching us. So if I believe that Guru, if I believe that person, if I have the faith, if there is faith, then he will blindly learn. He will blindly learn. He is open to learn, but if he understands that the teaching is wrong, because the discretionary power is here, which is very high. Discretionary power is here, which is there in Manushya Gana, but it is on self-protective basis. That is, this is for the whole world. He thinks of everything. He thinks like universal justice. He will think personal, family, and that's it. And he will not think of anybody else. So, one should understand that, just a minute. Yeah. So, one should understand that there are different levels of understanding what is Deva, Manushya and Rakshasa. So, let us go to the points. I have written some points. Let me go through those points. Yeah. So, Deva is open to learn and also listens. He is ready to listen. Manushya, if see, always there is a condition with the Manushya Gana. If profitable, then listens. I am not trying to tell that these are good, these are bad. Sometimes Devagana is dangerously bad, because when it is not required to listen to people who are bad for the country or whatever it's happening, they will always go for dialogue, they will never go for war. So these guys. So nowadays we feel that only dialogue will not work. Manushya Gana is like whatever is good for that particular situation, they will take the decision. So if profitable, then they will listen. So Rakshasa Gana, Depends on who is teaching them, who is telling them. If there is faith, then they will listen. They will blindly listen. They will not even question as to whether it is right or wrong. So they will simply blindly listen and they will believe it wholeheartedly. So the belief patterns, this is the next most important thing, is called the belief pattern. I'll call it as BP. So belief pattern is that he progressively changes. So depending on the updation, whatever he gets, news gets updated, the facts get updated, he himself experiments or he goes and verifies. With all that, he will progressively change. It's like progressively changes. Manushya Gana, he changes as per his situational requirement as on that day. So it is manipulative. These people are also very important. These people are very important. Like, depending on that particular situation, they will not do always the, like the Dhritarashtra is not Dhritarashtra, who is the first son of Pandava? Suddenly forgot that. Okay, so like that, he will not be always like, Dharmaraya first. I just went into Dhritarashtra. Why will Dhritarashtra come here? So Dharmaraya would always think straightforward. He would not tell no to anybody. So it's very dangerous. Manushya is like Arjuna. If people, I'm just trying to match so that it will be more easier for people to understand. Arjuna, it is like on that day, on that situation, he only lives for the day. Arjuna lives for the day. Today, why will he think of tomorrow? So he is not much of a futuristic thinker. So that is why the whole Bhagavad Gita happened when Arjuna was not far-sighted. So Krishna had to give him all the understanding of why this war is happening. So the last one is Rakshasa Gana, which we will actually associate with Duryodhana. So Arjuna is manipulative and he changes depending on the situation. Then if this is for a greater good, then let this happen. So Devagana will never tell that. He will not tell people, let them, we have to sacrifice the life for a greater cause. So Devagana will tell, no, whatever happens, we have to protect those 10 people. Manushya Gana will tell, okay, it's not a problem. Rakshasa Gana will tell, let them die. They are prepared. Those 10 people are prepared to die. So let them sacrifice. For a greater cause, he will not think about the greater cause. He will tell that is their job. They have been sent there. Let them do it. So, if these people go wrong, if Devagana goes wrong, he will be teaching, if they go wrong, I am telling, these people will start teaching bad people good things. They will try to reform. Devagana tries to reform the tough people in the society, like the rowdies, like the terrorism. So they will try to reform them. They will try to bring them out of that. They will try their best. These people will never change. They will try to change these people. Always. They will continuously keep changing. And these people will usually be, boring in the society. These people will not try to reform anybody. They will change themselves and slowly, get out of the situation and establish a place where actually is more comfortable for them. So they always search comfort. And now, once bad coaching goes into them, these people can become terrors. This has to be understood. How this particular ascendant lord, how is the particular Chandra, where are they placed? That is why the Gana Koota now, as of the traditional matching is concerned, it's only concerned with regard to the moon's placement. Moon's placement. On over which nakshatra it is placed. We should not restrict only to the moon's placement and its nakshatra. We should go into the lagna nakshatra, nakshatra of lagna to nakshatra of the lagna of the boy and the girl. Then from there once again. So we should do a lot of correlation between all the planets with regard to the nakshatra and nakshatra. So many things. So only when we do that, it's a big process. So only when we do that, we will understand as to how the charts will actually match, whether they are matching or not. So if they are not matching, there will be a lot of quarrel, lot of misunderstanding. There will be a lot of issues which are actually they stay pending. They don't get resolved at all. With regard to the Rakshasagana and Devagana getting married, there are many things which they do not agree throughout life. Manushagana and Devagana, if they marry, they are okay. They are compatible to a certain extent. Manushagana and Rakshasagana, Manusha will tell, okay, I agree to disagree. I know you are a drunkard, I agree to disagree, okay. They will put a condition that until and unless you, drink outside, come inside the house and you are in a sane condition, I will allow you. So it is like, again, lot of conditions. Rakshasagana is like, no conditions apply to me. You cannot control me. So all this is dependent who is dominant. If Devagana is dominant and Rakshasagana is recessive in the house, whoever it is, let it be the boy or the girl. If the Devagana is dominant, then Rakshasagana, if it has faith in the Devagana, then there can be an excellent marriage. This is where people go wrong. If Devagana is dominant, then it will make the Rakshasagana do good things. So they will reform Rakshasagana. There will be a continuous process, but they will, because Rakshasagana is ready to listen, because it is recessive. But Rakshasagana, if it becomes dominant and Devagana is recessive, then Devagana goes through a lot of torture, because they cannot reform them, but Rakshasagana will do whatever they want, whims and fancies. If it is a good Rakshasagana, then these people will be one way, but anyway it will be one way. Devagana will go through torture, because Devagana will not be able to get his or her things get done at all in the marriage. So their opinion is like put to trash, because this is dominant. So if Manushagana is dominant, highly manipulative the Manushagana becomes, when it becomes dominant and it is with Devagana, once again they will get Devagana do their work. They will make Devagana make their work done, however they want to do. So they will make them do their work. So Devagana, when it becomes dominant and Manushagana is recessive, then beautiful business people these people can become, because Manusha has all the brains to do business. Fantastic. So these people are aim oriented. Highly orientation is there. High orientation. It is like if this Rakshasagana is like a missile, But anyway, missiles go and do some destructive things. So the orientation is there, but we need to know what sort of character it is. Whether it's a good thing, they want to do building work or progressively building work, then these people will develop a lot. They will go up and up in their life. But if they are always negative, depressive, it's very difficult to make this Rakshasagana do anything. Life building, family building, all these things, these people are very good at if they are that is, if they are recessive and the other two, any one of them are dominant. So this is how we should understand this. It's a little difficult for us to put out this particular Devagana, Manushagana and Rakshasagana in one class. As days progress and when I take up real charts, let me do it in detail. So this is one thing which is a little tough to understand. So I will go through this in detail. Thank you very much for today's class.